Alright, moving on to the figure transformations review solution. So it gives you directions and you do the transformation that it asks you to. So moving on to number one, we want to do a 90-degree counterclockwise rotation. Counterclockwise is this way, and 90 degrees is a quarter turn. And so I'm going to do this one a little bit differently than using the function, just because I want to kind of give you a little review on how to think through it, in case you get stuck and you don't remember the function. This M up here, he's currently left 1 and 5 up. If I want to do a quarter turn, I need to go down 1 and 5 left. And so my M is going to be right there. There's M prime. W is right below it. If you do a quarter turn, it's going to be to the right. So there's going to be my W prime. D was 2 above that. And so there's going to be my D prime. And A is 1, 2, 3 up. I mean 3 to the right, 2 3 to the right, 2 down. And if you do a quarter turn, you're looking 3 up, 2 to the right. And so that's where my A prime is supposed to be. And so there's my shape. In case you forgot, there is a function that will tell you what to do with that. You take your XY coordinates, switch the order, and hold on one second. And you have to change the sign on the first one. So like A here is at 4, 3. If you switch the order, you'll get 3, 4. But you have to make the 3 negative. And that's where A is right now. Negative 3, 4. And so that's just, some extra bit to get where your shape is supposed to be. On 2, you just follow the directions of the function. Subtract 1 on X means you need to go left 1 with everything. And then the plus 2 on the Y means you need to go up 2. So M, left 2, up 2. There's your new M prime. X, left 1, up 2. There's your new X prime. J, left 1, up 2. There's your new J prime. E, left 1, up 2. There's your new E prime. And so we get our shape right there. On 3, it gives you a little function to follow. You switch the order and switch the sign on the second one. And guys, as you do that, make sure you're labeling your corners. It's just something we might have looked over recently. But make sure you label your corners. So switch the order, switch the sign on the second one. Take Y here. Y is currently at negative 3, 0. Switch the order. You'll get 0, 3, negative 3. Switch the sign on the second one. You'll get positive 3. So at 0, 3, there's my new Y prime. G is currently at 0, negative 2. Switch the order. You'll get negative 2, 0. And you switch the sign on the second one, but negative 0 is still just 0. So we're looking at negative 2, 0 for your G prime. M is currently at negative 3, negative 4. If you switch the order, you'll get negative 4, negative 3. Switch the sign on the second one, you'll get positive 3. So negative 4, positive 3. There's your M prime. Once you have that, connect it up, and there's our shape. That's a 90-degree clockwise turn. On 4, when you reflect over the line y equals negative 1, step 1, draw the line. Anytime you have y equals a number, it's a horizontal line at that height. G and T are already on this line, and so T prime's still at the same spot, and G prime's at the same spot that G was. But B does get translated over. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 below, and so B is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 above. There's where my B prime is going to be, and then I connect it back up, and that's my shape. 5 translate right 3 down 2, so I'm going to go right 3 down 2, and that's where we're going to take all my points. There's my new L prime, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. There's my H prime, Q, right 3 down 2. There's my new Q prime, and then P, going right 3 down 2. There's my new P prime. Now I got it all worked out, connect up the points, and there's my new points. On 6, I need to switch the signs on both my coordinates. So S right now is sitting at 4, 2. Switch the signs on both. You got -4, -2. So there's my new S prime. A is currently at 3, -1. Switch the signs on both. You'll get -3, +1. So there's my new A prime at -3, +1. A prime. T is currently at 5, -2. Switch the signs on both. You'll get -5, 2. -5, 2 gives me J prime. I mean, that's T, sorry. There's T prime. And then J is currently, here, let me put it over here. J is currently at 4, -3. Switch the signs on both. You'll get -4, 3. -4, 3. There's my J prime. I got all 4 of my points. And there we go, there's my shape. So that was the entire front side. The back side, you just have to graph it using the transformation given. And so what I'm going to do is just list the points. I'm not even going to put down the original shape because I don't want to draw that much. And so I'm just going to follow the directions that the transformation gives me. If you go right 2, you're going to add to your x's. And if you're going to go down 4, you're going to subtract 4 from your y's. And so on B, on B here, let me erase this. I will show you all the work. On B prime, starts at -2, I need to add 2 to that. And then 3 needs to subtract 4, just following what my function tells me. X, Y goes to that. And so B prime is going to be at 0, -1. P prime is going to be at 2 plus 2, -1 minus 4. And so P prime is going to be at 4, -5. And Q prime is going to be at -5 plus 2, comma, 5 minus 4. And so Q prime is going to be at -3, 1. So now I got my 3 points here. And I just need to plot those. B is at 0, -1. P is at 4, -5. Oops, that's 4, -4. There's P prime. And Q prime is at -3, 1. There's my Q. It's a long, skinny triangle. Moving on to 8, 90-degree counterclockwise about the origin. The function that will do that for us is xy. It goes to... I'm going to draw a really long arrow just so I can get past this limit. You need to switch the order, and you need to switch the sign on the y. And you're just going to do that with all your points. A prime is going to be, it used to be at 2, -3. If you switch the order and switch the sign on the first one, you're looking at 3, 2. E prime. E used to be at -1, 4. Switch the order, switch the sign on the first one, you're at -4, 1. I prime comes from I. I used to be at -5, 5. Switch the order and switch the sign on the first one, you're looking at 5, 5. And so A is a 3, 2. It's A prime. E prime's at -4, -1. And then I prime is at 5, 5. There's I prime. Once you have that, whoops. Connect it up and you have your triangle. Moving on to 9, just name the transformation. this guy is a reflection across this line here. And so that line is actually called the x-axis. So just write that down. Reflect over x-axis. You could have also written reflect over y equals 0. Moving on to 10. This one again looks like a reflection across that, but notice how G was on top of X, but when you get over here, G's below X. And so this is actually a 180 degree rotation. Moving on to 11, this is a quarter turn that way, and that's a 90 degree rotation. Clockwise. And moving on to 12, this is just a shift 1 to the right, and so this is a translation. One right. And that's the whole thing.